Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin's making a corrective move as we're currently flirting under 93,000. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the breaking news. $3.6 billion public company Rumble says it's going to pay its creators in Bitcoin, or at least give us that option. That's fantastical. We'll also be discussing La Rosa Holdings to offer Bitcoin payments for real estate agents. Let's go. As well as Trump appointing former college football player Bo Hines as head of the Crypto Council. We'll also be discussing Metaplanet buys the dip with the biggest ever 620 Bitcoin buy. And speaking of buying the dip, MicroStrategy bags an additional 5,200 Bitcoin at an average Bitcoin price of 106,000 per coin. Just as I predicted, a big announcement acquisition from Michael Saylor. And we'll also be discussing Saylor floating a U.S. crypto framework with $81 trillion Bitcoin reserve plan for the United States. I'll be going through this with you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Let me know if you can see and hear me loud and clear. Good to have everyone here. And I did see that Alex Jones show. Max Kaiser is the special guest today, so thank you for tagging me in that. Oracle, I just went ahead and reposted that. Shout out Max Kaiser. I'm looking forward to locking arms with them in roughly 2 weeks in Bitcoin country, El Salvador. So you already know. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for holding it down. Monday is already here. We had a hell of a corrective weekend. Bitcoin's still dropping. How low will she go? Let me know. And we'll be diving into TA and all the headlines, all the important news stories, some live Q&A and everything in between. Yes, I am streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'll be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours. I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream at the top of the profile. That way you guys can find it easily. Anyone who comments or quotes the live stream is going to get reposted in real time. I'll follow you back and also shout you out because that's how I roll. And as you can see, it's already pinned at the top of the profile. So thank you guys in advance. Anyone liking, sharing, reposting. Shout out to the one and only JC Ice, our Oracle. If you're not already following her, make sure to do so. Definitely one of those accounts you have to follow over on X, JC Ice. Just reposted you. Greatly appreciate all the support. And you can see Alex Jones show again. Max Kaiser is the special guest. It says, Alex posted this earlier, financial expert Max Kaiser joins the Alex Jones show to break down the threat of a quantum hack on Bitcoin. And I already covered that story actually yesterday. It's nothing you guys need to worry about because cryptographers are ahead of the curve. And we'll just use that technology to make it that much more difficult for anyone to ever, execute a quantum hack. So your biddies are safe. You feel me? But yeah, that's actually an interesting little meme right there. Trump with the swords against the bears. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, man, thank you guys. Clevelander77 wrote, in a world of uncertainty, Bitcoin remains a beacon of transparency, security, and financial freedom. Amen. Just reposted. Shout out Chandy10 Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel. Later, we'll be sharing some awesome, epic Christmas seasonal music videos, including an original about the Nipinator, which we're excited to share with you guys. Shout out Catherine Weaver. Appreciate it. Just reposted you as well. Chandy, you're the bomb diggity. Always appreciate you. She put Crypto News Yes live with the best, most trustworthy, most entertaining Bitcoin pod on X, YouTube, and the Rumble. Word up. Just reposted you. Shout out Catherine again. Appreciate it. Keep the comments flowing. This is live and interactive. If you don't know, now you know. Crypto Bros.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the pod. JV live and in the flesh. Again, we're on X, Rumble, and YouTube already. A couple of hundred people here. Keeps comments flowing. It is live and interactive. And that's what I love about the stream. It's you guys. So thank you guys for always interacting. And for those that don't know, the comment feed that you see is coming directly from the YouTube channel. So I always encourage those watching on the Rumble and X to participate in the live chat on the screen, which you can do so at Crypto News Alerts .net, which is the direct YouTube link. Shout out everyone in the chat. Good to see you, Greg, Chandy, James, Diana, Matthew, the Oracle. Max explained why Bitcoin won't be affected by the quantum computing. Perfect. That's what's up. Shout out to the fam. Abel says 108. Yeah, current all-time high is 108.3. So we got quite the discount at 92. Stack them sats accordingly. Shout out to the crypto surge. Good to see you, brother. Every block of Bitcoin is SHA-256 signed before it gets verified and placed into the chain, thus the blockchain. Good luck, Mr. Quantum. Precisely. Yeah, man. Surge is stealth today. Nice. And I see you guys got the red star. It must have updated. Super cool. For those that don't know, everyone who has a green name is specifically a member of the channel. Those who have a blue name are the mods. And then next to the name is a badge. That's a loyalty badge. And that changes colors every month. So we appreciate everyone supporting the stream through the memberships. Thank you. And especially a massive shout out to all the mods. Traditional financial system is much more easy to hack. Exactly. Did they not hack Gensler's X account to make that big announcement? Which is kind of hilarious. And speaking of Gensler, Nippinator was chasing the Gensler family up a tree earlier. I recorded it, a little proof of work. I'll share it with you guys later. Just remind me. You already know. But anyways, keep the comments flowing. We do got lots to share today, family. Lots in the headlines. A lot of bullish news, of course. It is not red. Is that orange? You're right. It's an orangey red. With my glasses, it straight up looks straight up red. But you're right, it is an orange. Maybe? I don't know. It looks like a mix. Orange red. I don't know. But it looks cool because I don't recall ever seeing that. So thank you guys for supporting us. DCA BB. What's the BB stand for? Crack knee? Bitcoin something, I would assume? Bitcoin bounce? Don't shoot the messenger, but Bitcoin daily and weekly are just that. Weak. Expect more sideways of down action, some more choppy seas, and contrary winds. Hold on, fam. Appreciate the insights there, Greg. The SEC Twitter hack. Those were the days, weren't they? Precisely. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes, then go ahead, subscribe, hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode 1857. I'm your host, JV. It's December 23rd, 2024. We've been correcting like for the past 4 days or so. We did tap out at a current all-time high about a week ago at 108.3. And today we're at 92.5 and still correcting lower. We will be looking at some of the live charts and all that good stuff here shortly. And welcome everyone just joining us. And shout out to your new chairman of the SEC, Nipsey. Adios, Gary. Go home, get your shine box. But with that being shared, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. And as you can see, Bitcoin is in the red, down 2%, as many of the alts are starting to gain traction. You got ETH in the green, BNB, big gainer alongside Solana. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap is $3.26 trillion. Bitcoin market cap, $1.83 trillion. We got roughly 164 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. And the Bitcoin dominance back on the decline at 56.4%. Yesterday, the Ether dominance tapped a low of 12, and today it's back up at a 12.3 as the alts are gaining some traction. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Virtual, Aave, and Zcash. Zcash has been pretty quiet. That's one of the top privacy coins. And below that, we have scam token FTT. Go figure. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective. Let's start on the day, and then we'll zoom in on the month. And yes, it's Christmas week. Tomorrow's actually Christmas Eve, and then the day following, 25th, is actually Christmas. I do plan on streaming each day, and maybe a special time for Christmas Eve. I don't know yet, but that's why it's important to have the notifications turned on. But I do plan on going live. But as you can see, the bulk of the market in the green, which we love to see on the daily. Zooming out on the monthly, it's a mixed bag. I'd say maybe 60-40 red over green. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're 70, yesterday 73, last week an 83, and last month a 93 in extreme greed. And the higher that number goes in extreme greed, the more likely of a correction. And it's like clockwork. That's why we share this very often. And checking out the time chain calendar. We have 173,941 blocks until the next halving in 2028. We're currently on block number 876,059, and you can currently exchange one US fiat monopoly dollar for 1,067 sats. So stack them sats and let's get it. Welcome, everyone. 24 months is the... Wow, is it 24 months? Holy moly. Phenomenal. Nipsey Hussle's the SEC chair. Rest in peace, Nip. Precisely. We got a new chairman in town chasing out the Gensler family like it ain't no thing. And I got proof of work of that. I'll share it with you a little later. I got a little special home video I made earlier today. So don't forget to remind me. And again, welcome y'all. We have 400 people on the stream. We are live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. This is live and interactive. So make sure to say what's good, what's up. Shout out Shortcoin. Good to see ya. Shout out East Afro King. Appreciate the repost. Just reposted you, brother. He put crypto news updates. Come join us. Shout out Africa in the building. Shout out Diana Jones. Appreciate the repost. You put the best crypto news. Who am I to argue with Diana? And there you have it. I put a poll up yesterday, and I asked the question, and shout out Max Geyser for reposting it. I said, who's the most trusted voice in Bitcoin? And I put as the options Michael Saylor, Max, of course, Max Geyser. That's my number one trusted voice, in my opinion, the go-to. And then there's, as a joke, I put Gensler with like a laughing emoji, and then I included myself, which I'm sure half the people polling have never heard of my name. But long story short, Saylor is currently in the lead. So I'll keep you guys posted, and maybe I'll pull it up and read the exact results. I think the poll is still currently going, though. No term limits for the NIP. No term limits needed. Yeah, just like, what is that, in Congress or something, there's no term limits. Same thing. When the Nipinator takes office, it's for life, because I mean, Nipinators, obviously they're not Master Yoda. They don't live thousands of years. The average life expectancy of a dog is maybe 15 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, Bitcoin's a dropping, but keep in the mind the Bitcoin in the 365 days is up 116%. That's right. If Bitcoin does that again in the next 365, it'll be 200,000. Hodl the helm, the course due north. The true fist of the North Star, Nipinator. Y'all are going to try to be cool. I voted for JV. Yeah, and Gensler's stealing all my votes. And then people are like, I voted Gensler just because it's funny. I'm like, dang it, making me look bad. You guys trust Gary more than me? Come on now, guys. Jack Mahlers. Yeah, I would love to include it, but we can only choose 4 options. And I chose the Gary route for whatever reason at the time I made the post. But you're right. Jack Mahler is definitely one of the most trusted voices in Bitcoin. I would agree with that. You are the best. Stay the JV. Well, thank you, Winbella. I am honored to even have 4% of the votes, in all honesty. I mean, there was even comments like, I've never heard of JV. What does that stand for? Who is that? Can't win. But anyways, he's only the most persistent Bitcoin podcaster in the world. I mean, for Christ's sake, today is pod episode 1857. I don't know any other Bitcoin pods 1857 episodes deep. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but happy 420 in advance. We're getting very close. It's 418 right now. And of course, we always have 420 in play for the broskies. Reminder, Max Kaiser's target for this cycle, which is most likely going to occur next year, 2.2 million. JV's target, 1.1 million. So Max had to outshine me by a factor of 2x. But nonetheless, I hope Max is right. And thank you again, Shortcoin. Bitcoin, let's get it. Appreciate your support. Always an honor. Wishing you the very best. And keep the comments flowing, family. You guys are the bomb diggity. I vote for the Nipinator. There you go, Griffin. And speaking of the Nipinator, we got a new Nipinator music video we're going to share with you later. I trust JB to go figure out who to trust and tell them. Maybe I am lazy. Yeah, so my most trusted Bitcoin sources, Max hands down, because he's been preaching Bitcoin since it was a quarter. He's the first one internationally sharing about Bitcoin, along with, Stacey Herbert. And you got to keep in mind, back in 2013, Saylor was against Bitcoin. He publicly announced it, and he kept that tweet up, so respect. And then he changed his mind in 2020. So you got to go with the OG, the true OG, which would be Max. But my most trusted sources, I still trust Saylor because he is a beacon, for Bitcoin, and Jack Mahlers. I say that's my top 3. Personally, the people I respect the most that speak about Bitcoin, Max Geyser, hands down, my number 1. Then I'd say, just due to his intelligence, Michael Saylor, and of course, Jack Mahlers, the younger generation. Those are my go-to 3 most trusted Bitcoiners, specific Bitcoiners. And there you have it. Shout out Griffin. Good to have you here, family. Of course, we got the Nipinator, the only one who can really channel Satoshi. You're looking at him. But you already know.
No plan B needed, I have the biddy.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget about Andreas Antonopoulos. I just don't see him actively. Like, when I got into Bitcoin, he was very active. That's how I come across him. He did like a TED Talk or something called The Internet of Money. So can't forget about Andreas. Early Bitcoin OG, but Max was a few years before Andreas. So Max gets all the credit, but I do got to give credit where it's due. If it wasn't for Andreas Antonopoulos giving that TED Talk and me watching that video, I may not be here today. So respect to Andreas and all the OGs that come before us. You know what I mean? Are you, I missed that comment. I was orange pilled by a lad that was buying the Bitcoin for $11. Well, respect there. Good Lord. Kathy Wood, she is one of the early institutional leaders who started, buying Bitcoin early on. I think when it was in the $100 range. There's others as well, like Dan Moorhead from Pantera Capital, who started accumulating Bitcoin, publicly. We got Tim Draper. There's a lot. John McAfee, may he rest in peace. But you got to show respect to a lot of the OGs. And I got to update the Streamlabs. I did notice, Chandy, you changed your link again. You removed the dash. So just heads up, anyone that wants to subscribe to Chandy's channel, which I highly recommend. Her username is Chandy10Music, no more dash. So I think that link might not work no more. So remind me to update that after the show. And of course, we do have memberships. Anyone here can support the stream. Memberships are less than like 10, less than 10 cents a day. It's literally $2.97 if you want to join us as a member of the Hodl Gang. You'll get a sexy badge next to your name like most of the people you see in the chat. And if you can't support us that way, completely understand. Just stack some sats instead. But if you guys can repost the stream, that goes a long way with the algorithm. And it's the greatest thing you can do to help support the movement and help orange pill the masses. It's nice seeing Max. Yeah, Max has been on InfoWars many times, dating back when Bitcoin was sub $1. He was on InfoWars. So respect to Mr. Jones. Adam Back is a true OG. Love Adam Back. I think we covered one of his stories yesterday. Julian Assange was also important. That's right. WikiLeaks, I think, started receiving donations in Bitcoin because they probably got shut down from all the traditional methods out there as they became like an enemy of the state. You feel me? Can't shut down the biddy. And there he is. Dankness, I missed you yesterday, bro. Good to see you here. Thank you for posting Chandy's direct link there. And also, Dankness has a phenomenal channel for educating us as well, which you guys can check out, called Coin IQ. I'm pretty sure I have it linked in my homepage of the YouTube channel. But anyways, fam, keep the comments a-flowing. It's the Christmas week, a big week amongst us. Let's see what Santa has in store. But without further ado, let's dive into today's technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. And we'll pull up some of the live charts. Headline reads, Bitcoin extends losses as traders see sub 90,000 Bitcoin price support test. Here, looking at the one-day chart, Bitcoin broke below 94 at the December 23rd Wall Street Open as the bulls received little relief from TRAD5 return. How low will she go is the million-dollar question. Let me know your thoughts. After the weekend saw the spike of 99.5 extinguished by the sellers, we were so close to regaining 100. Bitcoin failed to recover the lost ground, taking a drawdown from last week's all-time highs to 15%. Summarizing short-term price performance, we had Bitcoin data warning over the support resistance flips, quoting the analyst here. Underside retest and rejections of the WWAPs are not what you want to see for the bullish price action. And a retest of 92 for Bitcoin looks likely. As of right now, 85, 86 looks like the back up the truck area to go all in for the bulls. And lo and behold, we're right on the cusp of that number, which is pretty ironic. And we also have Crypto Nuevo, likewise saw lower levels returning before the broader market rebound, focusing on levels already seen during the down wick near 90,000 back in December, quoting him here. Now I still think we can revisit the lows. It's hard to imagine we're going to get a V-shaped recovery from here. I am leaning more towards either a W formation, Wu-Tang, or a 100% of the wick fill. Ideally, the 100% wick fill since 90,000 is a strong psychological level. And even those with a more positive outlook could not rule out the new lows coming first. Amongst them, analyst Jelly, who continue to draw comparisons between the current Bitcoin price action from the end of 2023, quoting him here, too many similarities between this and last year to ignore the fractal, not ruling out the sweep below 90,000 somewhere this week, leaving some bids down there just in case. Resume up only in 2025. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. And before I pull up the live charts, this was a big announcement I saw that got me excited. $3.6 billion public company Rumble, which we're streaming on live right now, says it's going to give us an option to receive our pay in Bitcoin. He says if you want to get paid in dollars, we'll pay you in dollars. You want to get paid in Bitcoin, we'll pay you in Bitcoin. You want to get paid in Tether USD, we'll pay you in Tether. I like that. Give the creators the option. I think that's just going to drive more adoption to Rumble. And of course, they recently announced putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So they're making all the right moves. And I respect companies that respect our First Amendment right of freedom of speech. So shout out Rumble for the win there. And checking out some of the live charts real quick. Let me switch up the scene for you guys. There you go. So yeah, this is the 1 hour chart. We do have a lot of action going on. We have a red target of 1019. We have a bull green target on the 1 hour sitting at 107. So just shy of the current price discovery, currently at 108.3. Zooming out from the 1 hour, take a look at the 4 hour. And it shows you there's a rising wedge formation. We do have a bull target of 107 as well, similar to the 1 hour chart, but there's also a bear target on the 4 hour, sitting all the way down at 80,800. And again, let me know where you think the bottom is. Do you think the bottom is already in, or do you think we're going to continue to climb lower? Holler. And zooming out and go to the 1 day. And as you can see, there's a rising wedge, and we've had corrective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive red corrective days, which started at the end of last week till now. We do have a bear target on the daily chart sitting at 76,700. And zooming out from the daily, take a quick look at the weekly. And as you can see, the more we zoom out, the more bullish we look. We do have the cup and handle target still sitting at 124,000. Nothing has changed there. We did get the big red weekly candle close, finally breaking the bullish momentum we've had over the past 5 or so weeks. And we'll see how we likely play out here. And it's officially the last week, the final week of 2024. We're still in Q4. Let me know where you feel we'll peak out before the end of the year. Do you think the top is in, which is 108.3, or do you think we'll retest that, or do you think we'll continue trading sideways or correcting? Whatever your thoughts are, do let me know, and I'll read those comments out loud. And then welcome everyone joining the live stream. Let's go. What up, brother? Shout out Tip Tyler in the building. Happy holidays. Breaking: LeBron and Diddy are coming out. LeBron's moving to Europe soon. Alex Jones show 3 minutes ago. Shout out Mr. Jones, and crazy world we're living in. You got Diddy and LeBron. You talk about LeBron James. Are you trying to say he's in jail, or he's expected to go to jail for being at the Diddy parties? Let me know what you mean by that. Because from my understanding, he's not under arrest as Diddy is. But who knows? I have my reasons to step back and not talk anymore. JV got this. I am not needed. I don't know about all that. We all appreciate Dankness, so sending some extra special love for Digital Dankness. He's one of the OGs here at the channel. Been here for literally years. So, respect. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. That's right. Shout out DJ Wednesday, Dorado Beach. The biddies are a reppin'. Shout out everyone here in Puerto Rico. And, yeah. Thank you, Chandy. Same to you and the fam. Shout out Jerome Smith and the rest of the fam. Here we are flirting just under 93,000. Let's go.
Bitcoin is my plan A, B, C, D, and E. There is no other plan for me. I am with the bit rip through the dips, bitty.
Well, that's the question. How low will we go? You guys let me know. Degenerate brought a mansion in England that flooded within a week for getting out. I'm not sure who you're referring to as the degenerate there. Let me know. Shout out, Chandy. I'm feeling nice in a tinted Tazabo with a buddy heater and the blue fire glass fireplace, some nice furniture back, listening to the Biddy Speech of JV and the family. Well, I appreciate that. Merry Christmas, everyone. Big Christmas week here. And yeah, let's blow up the stream. I'm going to check the X feed again. For those just joining us, I'm live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I stream live on X, Rumble, and YouTube every day, 7 days a week. Shout out James Elsey. Appreciate the reposts. Get smart and invest. Save in the biddy. The best crypto channel ever, says Rick. I appreciate that. That means a lot. And even tagged Max and Bitcoin Magazine. Well, respect. I definitely, you deserve a follow back. So thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. And just reposted your family. Thank you for that. Shout out the rest of the fam again. And yeah, if you guys notice, the stream is always pinned at the top of the profile, so it's always easy to find. But just note, my user ID on X is Crypto News Yes, because when I created the account back in, I think it tells you the date, September of 2019, Crypto News Alerts was already taken. So I had to use a different alias for the X account. So the username for X is Crypto News Yes, and you'll know it's my account because I have 36,300 followers. So you'll always on social media find fake imposter accounts. Typically they have one follower. That's the red flag. And if you ever come across something you think is mine and there's like only one follower or even 100 or 1,000, it's an imposter account. Don't fall for it. If anyone ever asks you to invest in something and reach out to you, just note I don't personally reach out to anybody. Yeah, I mean, I'm a father. I live a pretty busy life just like the rest of you, and I don't have time to randomly chat with people. And, you know, my intention is to never hustle anyone or ask you to send me crypto to invest. That's probably a very popular scheme that goes on across all social media with influencers, and it plagues the industry. There's so many hackers, imposters, scammers. So as a rule of thumb, never send your crypto to anybody, regardless of who you think you're talking to. I'm sure Max and Michael Saylor have the same problem. There's probably 10,000 imposter accounts, and their full-time job is messaging all their followers, leading you to believe it's really them reaching out, as if Michael Saylor is going to send you a personal message and ask to send Bitcoin, and he'll send double the amount back. Yeah, it's the oldest scam in the book. That scam has been around since forever. So just make note of that, especially if you're new and you don't know any better. Never send your Bitcoin to anybody under any circumstances. And with that being shared, let's continue with the next story of the day. We just broke down the latest TA. Let's discuss real estate agents being able to get paid in Bitcoin. We discussed earlier content creators getting paid in Bitcoin. Well, it don't stop there. La Rosa Holdings to offer Bitcoin payments for the real estate agents. Let's go. The NASDAQ-listed firm La Rosa will integrate Bitcoin and crypto payment options for its network of more than 3,000 real estate agents in the United States. I think that's fantastic. What better thing is there than getting paid in Bitcoin? And according to a December 23rd announcement, the company will allow agents to receive commissions in digital assets. The company provides a platform, La Rosa Realty, that helps agents manage their work, from buying and selling properties to communicating with the clients. The company reported a 155% year-over-year increase in revenue for the first 9 months of this year, reaching $51 million. It offers agents a choice between a 100% commission plan and a revenue share model. And according to the company, the plan addresses the growing demand for alternative payment methods amongst agents and clients alike. Here's what their company's CEO shared. This initiative may potentially create a new revenue stream for La Rosa, with the company implementing a 2% fee for agents who choose to receive payments in cryptocurrency. Interesting. So there's a 2% fee, I guess, for the convenience. You would think they would offer you even a discount, meaning or even get paid more for getting paid in crypto, because it doesn't cost them nothing, but nonetheless seems they're monetizing it. But oh well. What's 2% to a Bitcoiner, right? The platform charges agent fees starting at $60 with a transaction fee of roughly $500 typically paid to the client. Major retailers such as PayPal, Microsoft, Starbucks, and McDonald's have already integrated Bitcoin payments into their platforms. By 2030, the Bitcoin payment ecosystem, which includes miners, merchants, and consumers, is forecasted to reach a value of almost $2 trillion. So that's pretty wild. Now, publicly traded companies have been exploring strategies to increase their exposure to digital assets on the balance sheets. One of the latest firms is a biopharmaceutical company named Quantum Biopharma, which announced the purchase of $1 million worth of Bitcoin and other cryptos recently, 3 days ago. We also have Metaplanet, which we'll discuss. They just made their largest acquisition of all time. And of course, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy, I always say MicroStrategy, has just made another acquisition as well, which we'll be covering here shortly on the stream. But there you have it. I think it's a win-win. Give people the choice on how they want to get paid. To me, it makes a lot of sense. If you got paid in Bitcoin and you treat that as a savings, it's only going to go up. I mean, a lot more than the 2% fee they're going to charge you to receive it. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Bitcoin goes up on an average of something like 100% per year since the inception. JV, what it look like? The eagle has landed. Shout out to the golden eagle. Welcome to the live stream. I thought Elon followed me on Twitter once. Stupid ego. I know. How many times I've seen those too? I'm like, is he really following? No, it's an imposter. Unfortunately, Elon doesn't even know my name. I feel like Alicia Keys. You don't even know my name. Love sales on something I need to want forever. Sales on junk. I wouldn't have bought it if not for sale, but a sale on the Bitcoin. Exactly. Let's go, amigo. Shout out Paul Wood. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome everyone just joining us. Good to have you guys here with us today. And of course, shout out to the Nippinator.
Bitcoin, it's my plan A, B, C, D, and E. I'm team BTC. Through God, Satoshi educated me. Through God, Satoshi freed me. Through God, Satoshi changed me. Plan A, B, C, D, and E. Bitcoin's the only financial plan for me. Angels in the orange.
Angels in the cold storage. Payments in Bitcoin is the way to go. Exactly. If you ever have the option to get paid in Bitcoin, no brainer. I think that's probably the smartest thing you can do. And I think that's the future. It's not going to just be people investing into Bitcoin, but people being paid into superior currency and the ultimate store of value. You feel me? Shout out Paul Wood. Greatly appreciate the sub. Let's go to the moon, take a pee break, and head on over to the Mars for another pee break. You got to do the pee breaks when you're intergalactic planet hopping. That's a no-brainer. Maybe some tacos too. Yeah, they still got Taco Tuesday on Mars, apparently. So, of course, you're going to get hungry in space. If space exists. But I digress. Yeah, shout out Nippinator. But let's move on to our next story of the day, fam. And welcome everyone joining us. So Trump finally announced the crypto counselor, this guy named Bo Hines. And I'm not going to lie, the only Bo I know is Bo Jackson when I was a kid. Bo knows sports. He played multiple sports. And now there's a Bo Hines. And I'm not going to pretend to know who he is. Never even heard of the guy before, but this is who Trump elected as on the crypto council. I mean, in my opinion, he should have went with like a Michael Saylor, but I digress. Let's read the headline. Trump appoints former college football player, and let me know if you've ever heard of the guy, Bo Hines, to head the crypto council. That's right. Trump appointed the former college football player as the executive director of his incoming administration's new crypto council. In the post yesterday on X, he shared on Truth Social, the U.S. president-elect says Bo Hines, an unsuccessful U.S. House Republican candidate in 2022, would become the executive director of the Presidential Council of Advisors for Digital Assets. And I'm not going to read you Trump's entire post because it's kind of long, but it's referenced in the show notes below the video in the description, as all my articles I get the news from are in the show. Trump added that the new advisory group, dubbed the Crypto Council, would be headed by the crypto and artificial intelligence czar, who is David Sachs. Quoting him here, in his new role, Bo will work with David to foster innovation and growth in the digital asset space while ensuring industry leaders have the resources they need to succeed. In 2022, Hines ran a Republican candidate for North Carolina's U.S. House seat, but narrowly lost to Democrat rival Wiley Nickel. They got the funniest names, these folks. Hines, amongst several other Republican candidates, received funding from the American Dream Federal Action Super PAC and the Pro-Crypto PACs, and the former FTX CEO Ryan Salami, who currently serving a 7-year prison term for crimes including unlawful political contributions, reportedly contributed $13.4 million to Republican candidates, which includes Hines. Trump also announced the appointment of former Anderson Horowitz general partner Sriram as the senior AI policy advisor for the council. Quoting him here, I am honored to be able to serve our country and ensure continued American leadership in AI, working closely with David Sachs. And there you go. The appointments reflect Trump's continued backing of the crypto industry. During his presidential campaign, Trump promised to make U.S. the world capital of crypto, which saw him amass millions of dollars in funding from top crypto execs such as Winklevoss twins. He appointed other pro-crypto backers, including billionaire Elon Musk, serving as a key advisory role, leading Operation Doge. You can't make this shit up. Yes, we are living in a simulation. On December 4th, Trump nominated pro-crypto businessman and former SEC Commissioner Paul Atkins to the chair agency, which industry executives hope will dampen the regulator's enforcement actions against the crypto industry. Adios, Gensler. Go home, get your shine box. You're being replaced by the Nippinator. Welcome, everyone joining us. What's crack-a-lackin', family? Let's go. How do I get a Strike? You talking about a Strike account? I think you would just download the Strike app. If you're referring to Jack Mallers' Strike thing, I don't know what you guys, in what context you're talking about. DNA, welcome, family. He says, I'm at home watching the greatest show on the tube. Love your brother and the CNA fam. Right back at you. Greatly appreciate it. The combination made my funds bleed before the Christmas tree. That's right. Hopefully you guys got all your Christmas shopping done. You don't got much more time to go, and I would imagine if it's anything like the malls here in Puerto Rico, you do not want to go to the mall. Good luck trying to find parking. They get crazy out here when it comes to the shopping. So hopefully you guys got all that taken care of. But anyways, welcome Biddy Army from Central Florida. Shout out Florida Boys Survival. Welcome to the stream. Kaz Big Diesel Nelson. The Bitcoin is a no-brainer. Amen.
Angels in the orange. Yes, I said angels in the orange. I see angels in the cold storage.
Respect, Serge, aka Steven. Crypto News Alerts live now. Get your crypto news updates. Appreciate the repost. He's watching it on the big screen next to the Christmas tree. That's how you get her done. That's how you get her done. I advise the same. If anyone has a smart TV with YouTube on it, watch the show on the big screen so the whole family can watch. And then use your mobile device to chat it up. That'd be my recommendation. Thank you, Crypto Surge. You're the man.
It's all in the orange. Sunrise, sunset, hope alive. Bitcoin isn't a bet. You have been told, never forget. This is your chance to change the tides and make your own sunlight. Oranges grow in the glow of a new sunrise.
And I just realized I'm on my A game today. Not only does my Spindrift match my shirt today, but the good old present from the Oracle, the Sage Torch, is also in alignment. How cool is that? And the Nippinator's blanket, repping the blue. Good morning. Shout out Melbourne, Australia, and shout out to the fam down under. Strike is great. Just used it the other day. Lightning works great on it. Well, excellent. If you're looking for a Lightning wallet, make sure to download the Strike app. Another recommended app for those looking for a mobile app, I looked up, I was just researching what are the best mobile apps nowadays, and Exodus is still rated at the top. You know what I mean? So for example, when I go to El Salvador to visit Max and Stacy and Bukele in a few weeks, I'm going to probably use that app, you know what I mean, to experience what it's like in Bitcoin country, to purchase, say, a cup of coffee or anything I want. You know what I mean? To scan the QR code, easy peasy. Jobless. Shout out Ron P. But yeah, there's a lot of Lightning options. If you guys have any recommended Lightning wallets, do let me know. I have to get out of here early today, says Jerome. The doctor wants me to get so much rest. I have a bone infection in my sacrums of the spinal cord. Ooh, painful. Well, God bless you. Sending our prayers your way, Jerome Smith. Get plenty of rest. Cass says, I'm watching the big players in the space. They seem to use fiat to buy, so we know that Bitcoin is the new gold. Precisely. It's gold with wings. Strike does the on-chain and the Lightning. Well, that's a win-win. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome, Diana. Good to have you here. Shout out Ron P. Shout out One Free Diver 2. Good to have you here as well. Keep the comments flowing, fam. So do I download it? Yeah, it's just an app. So you would go to the App Store, search Strike, bada boom, bada bing. It should be as simple as that. But anyways, next story of the day. Speaking of mass adoption here, Metaplanet just made their biggest Bitcoin acquisition of all time, purchasing 620 of the biddies. That's right. The Japanese investment firm Metaplanet made the largest ever Bitcoin purchase, scooping up almost 620 of the biddies, as the crypto now trades at roughly 92, 93 G's, baby. Metaplanet announced it today, actually. It bought 619.7 Bitcoin, worth under $60 million, with Bitcoin trading at around 96. It was the largest single purchase the firm has made since it started buying Bitcoin back in May, and nearly quadrupled the value of the previous record buy of 159.7 BTC, October 28th, according to BitBo data. Metaplanet has been dubbed Asia's MicroStrategy, the MicroStrategy of Japan, after the American buying Bitcoin firm, and the recent purchase brings the Tokyo-based company total Bitcoin holdings to 1,762 biddies, worth about 168 million, with an average purchase price of roughly 75,600 per BTC. The latest buy makes its Bitcoin stack the 12th largest amongst public companies, behind medical tech maker Semler Scientific. Metaplanet reported that from October 1st to December 23rd, its Bitcoin yield was 310%, considerably higher than the 41% yield from July to September. Metaplanet uses the Bitcoin yield to assess the performance of its Bitcoin acquisition strategy, which is intended to be accretive to shareholders. And on December 18th, the Japanese investment firm projected it would turn its first operating profit since 2017. What did it do to reverse course and start getting back in the green? Put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Bitcoin for the Treasury. Simple as that. Adding it wanted to go beyond buying Bitcoin as part of the Treasury strategy. And in investor disclosure, the firm said it would establish a Bitcoin accumulation and management as a formal business line, including loans, equity, convertible bonds, and other financial instruments to purchase and hold the Bitcoin, following in the footsteps of Michael Saylor and the Saylor put. In late November, Metaplanet said it planned to raise over $62 million, which is $9.5 billion worth of the Japanese yen, through the stock acquisition program to purchase more Bitcoin for the Treasury. Precisely what the United States is about to do. Bitcoin for the Treasury. Metaplanet's stock price jumped 5% of the Tokyo Stock Exchange following the announcement, but remains almost down 13% over the past week. Still, shares from the firm surged more than 2,100% this year. I repeat, if you're a publicly traded company, listen up. Their firm surged more than 2,100% this year since adopting Bitcoin. And since hitting the all-time high of 4,080 Japanese yen, their stock price, which is roughly 26 USD on December 17th. So there you have it, yo. Metaplanet for the win. Bitcoin for the Treasury. Let's go. How do you feel about the Bitcoin reserve buying under Trump? That's fantastical news. There's a reason we cover something to do with that every single day since the announcement. You guys notice all JV's thumbnails for the show include Trump? It's a big deal when you got the leader of the free world buying Bitcoin for the country. Other countries likely to follow in the footsteps. I bet you the hash wars is already taking place behind closed doors in the shadows. Just as we discussed the other day, big news, allegedly the Middle East acquiring insane amount of Bitcoin, allegedly, again, currently rumors, but you already know. Yes, we're live. What kind of question is that? Anytime you see JV, he's live. Except in the evening, we do a premiere on the show. So here's how it works. The YouTube channel has different tabs. You go to the homepage, which is cryptonewsalerts.net. There's a video tab. There's a live tab. If you're on the live tab, you can watch all the previous live streams. They're listed under the live. And if you go to video, those are not lives. Those are the edited version of the live stream. I do a 2-hour live stream every day, for those that don't know. And then after the stream, I condense it into 30 minutes of pure news, and I remove all the interaction with you guys. So it's just pure content. And then I syndicate that on all the podcasting platforms. We are the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We get millions of downloads per year, hundreds of thousands of downloads per month from the podcast. And then in the video section in the evening, we premiere the show for those that missed the 2-hour live or maybe don't have 2 hours to invest into being entertained with me. So now you know. So the only time I'm not live on the channel is in the evening, late night, like 10 p.m. when we're premiering the stream. But do note, I am still live when I'm premiering. But the show is from earlier, which is now. So for example, my ideal stream time is 3 p.m. Eastern. And then at 10 p.m., we do the premiere, which is the edited version of the live stream. And I'm actually there with you guys live, but it's a recording from Hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying to confuse anybody here. But typically we're live every time you see me. Okay. Nice. Yes, that would prove smart, I believe, says Paul. Live right now, December 23rd, 2025. Year of the Dragon. Amen. Year of the Dragon.
Live Orange, get your vitamin C on, boost your financial immune system and your life quality. Orange Plan is Plan A, B, C, D, and E. Orange.
Thanks for the reminder. Mr. Corvette says, I love the entertainment. No financial advice. Correct. Everything you hear during my stream, whether it's on the channel or on X or Rumble, anywhere, is for entertainment purposes only. I do not give financial advice. Apparently, the only guy who has the green light to legally give the investment advice is by the name of Jim Cramer. He's been doing it for decades. Granted, he always gives the wrong financial advice. The government, that's the government's go-to financial advisor for the rest of the world. So only he is allowed to give financial advice, just FYI. So if you're going to take advice, don't take it from me or the Nippinator. Do your own research. Don't just do something because you see a random video and someone tells you what to do. And I never like to tell people what to do anyways. It's your choice what you choose to do at the end of the day, because whatever decision you make, you got to live with it. Yeah, I wish you guys the best. Kramer is a 4-letter word, pretty much. Pretty much. And it starts with a C and it ends with a T. I need some pre-Christmas veggie tacos. Don't make my mouth water there, Chandy. The show is making me happy and hungry. The 2 H's. Can we add a third H in there? You can fill in the blank. It seems the best way is to hold for a long time. Yeah, save in Bitcoin. You can't go wrong with that. And that's sage advice. Why save in the bank when your currency is being hyperinflated? Yeah, I mean, they're just going to continue to print. So to me, it makes a lot more logical sense to just save in Bitcoin. Forget investing. Just save in Bitcoin. If the Bitcoin does what it has been doing for the past 16 years, you're golden. And your rate of appreciation will bypass the depreciation of the US dollar. And you're mathematically guaranteed to increase your purchasing power every time you save in Bitcoin. And that's a fact, Jack. Read my last comment, JB. How'd I miss the Oracle's comment? Let me get back in here. What'd I miss? Man, maybe because there's so many, I just don't see it. If you can copy paste it, I appreciate it. My apologies, I missed your comment. I do see a comment from Greg. Metaplanet, because the Bitcoin on their books is now profitable, even though their holdings from a corp perspective is minuscule. Imagine Microsoft shareholders doing the same, right? My coin savior bought more Bitcoin today, 444,000 Bitcoins. That's approximately correct. I don't know his exact stash. I don't have it in front of me, but something like that. MicroStrategy now holds roughly 444,000 Bitcoin, which is mind-boggling. But yeah, if you can repost it, Oracle, I just don't see it for whatever reason. And sometimes comments disappear. So there it goes. My prediction hasn't come true end of year. But I know that we will go to Pluto next year. And the, what does that say? Andromeda galaxy by the next halving. We'll send it to Andromeda. We may be visiting the Palladians, Oracle. How cool would that be? But anyways, the alts are pumping. It is an alt day, that's for sure. And we just recaptured 93,000. 93 G's, baby. So, but anyways, keep comments flowing. Let's break down the latest from the Giga Chad. MicroStrategy's latest acquisition, and then the big plan Michael Saylor proposes for the United States government. An 81, and I don't know why I wrote billion. I meant to say trillion. It's an $81 trillion plan. So my correction there on the side. But anyways, next story of the day, MicroStrategy bags 5,200 Bitcoins at an average price of 106 G's. So this is the largest or highest fiat dollar purchase they've ever made. Corporate Bitcoin investor MicroStrategy continued aggressive Bitcoin buying last week. In line with the founder's pledge to keep accumulating the asset at the peak prices, MicroStrategy acquired 5,262 Bitcoin in the period between December 16th and the 22nd, pouring roughly $561 million into the asset. The firm officially announced today, December 23rd, and you can see Michael Saylor's post here. He always likes to flex on us. Michael, I call him MicroStrategy, has acquired 5,262 Bitcoin for $561 million at 106,600 per Bitcoin, has achieved a Bitcoin yield of 47% year to date. 73.7%. I'm sorry, quarter to date, and 73% year to date. And as of December 22nd, we hodl 444,000 Bitcoin. You nailed it. Excuse me. Acquired for $27 billion at 62,000 per biddy. That's a win. And as of December 22nd, MicroStrategy and the subsidiaries together held approximately 444,000 Bitcoin, acquired an aggregate price of $27 billion with an average purchase price of $62,000. The latest Bitcoin acquisition by MicroStrategy follows a series of massive Bitcoin buys in December. In the past 3 weeks, MicroStrategy purchased a total of 42,000 biddies, which is now worth $4 billion. MicroStrategy's latest Bitcoin buy accounts for just shy of about 12% of the total Bitcoin accumulations in December. The latest purchase is the smallest amount of Bitcoin bought and announced by MicroStrategy since June and July of 2024, when it purchased 169 Bitcoin. Well, the higher they pay, the less Bitcoin they're going to end up buying, but this wasn't a multi-billion-dollar acquisition like the most recent ones, which we were anticipating, but nonetheless, it's still a buy. The latest Bitcoin investment is 191% down from the amount of the previous purchase announced December 16th, 309% smaller than the one announced December 9th. Now, MicroStrategy's slowdown of the Bitcoin buying came amid the BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes just blazed, cautioning against the market drop, potentially stemming from the upcoming inauguration of the U.S. president, Mr. Trumpster. And in line with the prediction, Hayes' investment fund Maelstrom plans to clear some positions, expecting to buy later at a lower price. Some observers also highlight the market rumor MicroStrategy may enter the blackout period, January of next year, right around the corner. Like, what are we, a week away? Which could halt the issuing of shares and convertible bonds to purchase more of the biddy. In the meantime, MicroStrategy's latest Bitcoin buy aligns with the founder, Saylor, pledging to continue buying Bitcoin even at the peak prices in early December. Quoting Saylor here, "I am sure I will be buying Bitcoin at $1 million per coin, probably $1 billion a day of Bitcoin at 1 million a coin." What is that? 1,000 Bitcoin it can purchase at $1 billion a day. Good Lord. But anyways, that's Michael Saylor for you. Just going to be stacking the biddy like there ain't no tomorrow, because that's what Mikey Saylors do.
Skies, endless rise, freedom flies with open eyes. Ledger lines, the world aligns, no middlemen, no more confines. Truth engraved in blocks of time, immutable, sublime. A full moon bright, calling to a better path, a better way.
You can visit the Pleiades star cluster, the constellation, just by going to Guatemala and all the pyramids, spread across over 75,000 square miles. Thanks for the share, Greg. Does anyone know the price prediction for 2025 when Trump does the reverse? Okay, price prediction is an opinion. It's speculation. So there isn't, does anyone know the, I hear a cat and Nipsey's ears just went crazy. Red alert, red alert. The cat just meowed. Nipinator's not playing. But yeah, there is no the prediction. There's a trillion predictions, and we're all entitled to our own predictions. So reminder, JV's prediction next year in the bull scenario with the United States signing the Strategic Reserve Bill, which has been laid out by Cynthia Lummis, and Trump just needs his beautiful signature on. I think if they start accumulating Bitcoin for the U.S. as Trump promises, and he follows through with all that, I can see the bull scenario, in my opinion, of 1.1 million. So that's my personal prediction. Max Kaiser's calling for 2.2 million in play this cycle. Originally, he was calling for 220,000, and he just raised that prediction by 10x. And I explained that recently, maybe a week ago in the podcast. If you missed that episode, make sure to check it out. And 420 is my bear scenario. So if things don't go all according to what I think is going to happen, I can still see Bitcoin doing another 4x from here and hitting the 420. But you guys let me know your thoughts. In my super bear scenario, I ripped up. I just don't see it. But 250, super bear. Right? Super bear 250, base case 420, bull scenario, according to me, 1.1 million. But you guys let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions before we dive into the latest from Michael Saylor and what he's proposing the United States do with Trump and the U.S. government for their Bitcoin strategy for the Treasury. We'll be breaking that down here shortly. The Oracle reminds us her prediction is 1 million. That's right. You've been calling that. It's been spoken. Bam. There you have it. We can't get rid of the pizza for the planet. It'll be assumed. Then we'll all start on our own rocket rides. If we get tacos at Mars, green tacos for sure. We get pizza on Pluto. Hey, pizza on Pluto. Why not? The Bitcoin is life-changing. Amen. I was thinking 200,000. Yeah, I think that's very reasonable and very doable. I mean, it's 100% increase. Previous halvings, like of 2016 and 2012, Bitcoin did phenomenal things. I don't have all the numbers in front of me, but I recall in the beginning of 2017, Bitcoin was less than $1,000. And by the end of the year, it was 20 grand. So I witnessed it go up 20x, my inauguration into Bitcoin. So knowing what's possible, Bitcoin can rip 20x. Hey, I think it's very reasonable to anticipate my base case, a modest 4x, very doable, or a modest 11x, which is ultimately, sorry, that's more than 11x, that's 22x, but 11x. It's easy to run the math now when Bitcoin's at 100,000. That's what I like. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's 100 grand, 10x is $1 million. Bearish 450, bullish, I am rolling with Max Kaiser, 2 million. I like how you're rolling there. The eagle has landed, Golden Eagle. And speaking of a 2.2 million price prediction from the high priest, send it. The gong has spoken. I got into around 1,000. Wow, small world. In 2017, I bought like crazy thinking I was late. I know, because when it was 1,000, I was like, oh my God, I could have got this for 100. It's so overpriced. It's crazy, right? If we don't reach 380, I will not sell even 0.1 Bitcoin. Risks to high to mess up with the buyback for the bear. It just makes sense for all of us to escape the fiat world. Amen. JB, my prediction, last comment. Did I miss it? Let me see. Crypto surge. Here we go. 1.5 million in 2025. My prediction, and Kathy Wood, no panty night. Well, there you have it. Crypto surge has spoken. I hope you're right. No panty night for the broskies. 1.5 million for the biddy. Send it. Greg says Michael Saylor plans on exposing Bitcoin to the global derivative market. The unique product, wrap Bitcoin and bonds, global derivative market, 1 quadrillion notional value. Let her sink in. All right. I'm going to get another sip of the Spindrift, then we'll dive into the latest from the Giga Chad and today's feature story. Him proposing the crypto framework for the United States of America, and Trump with $81 trillion Bitcoin reserve plan. So if an $81 trillion Bitcoin reserve plan sounds good, hit the likes, repost the stream. We're about to dive into the feature story.
The code is law, no hands to sway or pay. Turn your brain on, get your Bitcoin. Plan A, B, C, D, and E. Bitcoin's the only plan for me. Decentralized, no inflation, taking your gains. Work for prosperity instead of sweating for them, and buy Bitcoin. Chains broken, global economy, global ledger, global chance for everyone. Plan B, there's no need. This is the seed that breaks the greed. This is the plan that works for you and me.
And by the way, this track is my current favorite jam, so I play it often. It's called Plan A, B, C, D, E. You can find it exclusively at Chandy 10 Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel. Feel free to always drop whatever links from your channel or direct links to the video. And a little later, when we move on to the uncensored version of the pod, we're going to be sharing exclusive Nippinator Bitcoin music video, which you guys are going to love. So stick around. JB, what up? I can toss you a glass of wine, Serge. No beer, though, through the mind power. That's some powerful mind power you got there, guys. But anyways, keep the comments flowing. We're about to dive into our video story today. We're still streaming live on X Rumble and YouTube. We got over 500 people here. Rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. Why is it when we're correcting, it's always a challenge? But when we're pumping, like thousands of people just manage to find the stream. It's crazy, but I digress. Now for our feature story of the day, fam. Michael Saylor floats U.S. crypto framework with $81 trillion Bitcoin reserve plan. That's right, as the headline reads right here. Also, Michael Saylor announced it here, and he actually shares the framework. And I'm going to be giving you all the highlights and what you need to know. So let's break her down, shall we? Mikey Saylor has proposed a digital asset framework for the United States that includes establishing a Bitcoin reserve he claims can create as much as $81 trillion for the country's treasury. Now, is there that much money to go around to flow into the U.S. Treasury? Yes. The total financial addressable market, from my understanding, is somewhere between $300 and $400 trillion. So if we captured approximately a third of that, it can flow right into Bitcoin. A strategic digital asset policy can strengthen the U.S. dollar, he says, neutralize the national debt, and position America as the global leader of the 21st century digital economy. He shared that just recently on X. Saylor's crypto framework proposes establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve capable of creating $16 to $81 trillion in wealth for the U.S. Treasury, providing a pathway to offset the national debt. Now the million-dollar question becomes, do those running the United States government, the shadow folk or the lizard folk as we call them, do they want that debt to go away? Or are they financially incentivized through some sick satanic ways to not want to get rid of that debt? That's my question for you guys today. Under Saylor, MicroStrategy has amassed now 444,000 Bitcoin with its latest acquisition we announced in the previous story, currently worth now over $41 billion, which has sent the company's stock price soaring this year alongside the crypto. He pitched Microsoft recently on buying Bitcoin, an idea that the shareholders killed, unfortunately. Go figure. Saylor's proposal defines 6 distinct categories, which include digital commodities such as the Bitty, digital securities, digital currencies, digital tokens, NFTs, and asset-backed tokens. The framework aims to establish clear roles for the issuers, exchanges, and owners, defining specific rights and responsibilities of each participant type, while emphasizing no participant can lie, cheat, or steal. It also provides a streamlined compliance approach and proposes compliance cost limits with a maximum of 1% of the assets under management for token issuance and 0.1% annually for the maintenance. Quoting his plan here, digital asset regulation must prioritize efficiency and innovation over friction and bureaucracy, the proposal says, advocating for the industry-led compliance rather than direct regulatory oversight. Do you hear that, Mr. Gensler? It also says that the U.S. has the opportunity to catalyze the 21st century capital market renaissance, unleashing trillions of dollars of the value creation. It aims to dramatically reduce the issuance costs from millions to thousands and expand the market across from 4,000 public companies to 40 million businesses, with an emphasis on the rapid asset issuance. Finally, the crypto framework aims to help position the U.S. dollar as the global reserve digital currency. It also aims to expand the global digital capital markets from $2 trillion to $280 trillion. That's a $278 trillion move up. Let's go. With U.S. investors capturing the majority of the wealth, and by establishing a clear taxonomy, a legitimate rights-based framework, and practical compliance obligations, the U.S. can lead the global digital economy, the proposal concluded. Now, still serial Bitcoin detractor Peter Schiffmeister said the proposal was complete bullshit. That's right. Literally, in response to Michael Saylor's post on X, that was like the featured comment under Saylor. Before adding, it would do the opposite, says Peter Schiffmeister. It would weaken the dollar, exasperate the national debt, and make America a laughing stock. Let me know if you agree with Michael or the Peter Schiffmeister. Now, MicroStrategy is the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin, as you know, and has an aggregate profit portfolio of 54%, according to the Saylor tracker. Here's the post when he proposed this on X with the framework. You can see the Schiffmeister fudding already. Saylor wrote, a strategic digital asset policy can strengthen the U.S. dollar, neutralize the national debt, and position America as the global leader of the 21st century digital economy, empowering millions of the businesses, driving growth, creating trillions of dollars in value. And I'm going to open up that framework here in a second. He shared this December 20th. It got 727,000 views. And look at the Peter Schiffmeister fudding. This is complete bullshit. The proposal would do the opposite. It weakened the dollar, exacerbate the national debt, making America a laughingstock. It derived the business owners of the power to diminish the growth and destroy the value. They don't know about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. They don't. You don't know what you don't know. And here's the actual digital asset framework I don't know how well you can see that on the screen, and all this will be included in the show notes below the video and the descriptions. I'm not going to read it all to you. I just gave you kind of the bullet points and all the important things, but you can actually download that directly from the Saylor post, or just check out the show notes below the video. The description will take you to the article, which will lead you there. Either way, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you think the United States will follow the proposal of Michael Saylor? Holla and let me know, and I'll read your comments out loud. Boy, Saylor has it all plotted out. He sure does. He's a genius. Look at the Nipponator. There's the indicator. We'll be back above 100,000 by noontime. I'm looking at my invisible watch right now. That's how we roll. Come on now. We need a Santa rally. Precisely. We got Nipsey, the red-nosed Nipponator. We're about to play the music video. You see what I'm talking about. I like the red wine. It has to be dry. Can't stand the sweet. I don't like the sweet wines either. I like the red wine. Me and JC were ultimately siblings from the same mother, Earth. Mother Gaia, that is. Yeah, you're my wife now, says Papa. Who are you referring to? You just wife someone up during the live stream? These boys don't waste no time. And welcome everyone joining the live. What's good? What's poppin', fam? I did not mean it was PLO. I just meant it was well organized, says Diana. Right on. Saylor is all in. I think he would sell himself for Bitcoin. Yeah, he already did. Sold the soul as well. Just playing. Yeah, never sell your soul, even if for Bitcoin. That's the one thing you never sell. Never sign on that dotted line. You'll regret it. How can you not mention Adam Back? What do you mean I didn't mention him? We cover Adam Back commonly. I think in yesterday's podcast, he was a featured story. We discussed quantum computing with Adam Back. He's one of my favorite Bitcoin OGs, so he's at the very top of the list. You know what I mean? Again, my top guys I like to follow in Bitcoin, in my opinion, who are the most trusted voices, are going to be Max Kaiser, Michael Saylor, Jack Mallers. I'll throw Adam Back in there. Definitely an OG. And one more bonus. You get Samson Mao. There's my top 5. There you go. Top 5, wanted dead or alive. Looks like price manipulation at its finest. Yeah, think of it this way. Does BlackRock rather buy Bitcoin at 93,000 or 193,000? Precisely. But here's what we're going to do, fam. We're an hour deep. We're going to stream for an additional hour. How about that? But we're going to keep it uncensored. Exclusive on X and Rumble. So right now we're streaming on all 3 platforms, including YouTube. The YouTube stream is about to end. So if you're on YouTube, you're one of the 300 people watching live right now, head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net for the uncensored version of the pod. We're going to continue for an additional hour, but it's uncensored, and we only use uncensored platforms for the uncensored version of the pod. The uncensored platforms are Rumble and YouTube. So head on over to the Rumble, and I'll see you there. Deuces. And moderators, let me know when the YouTube transmission is officially finito, like Danny DeVito, and we'll switch it out.